the ILR school, we welcome 272 new students for the fall 2012 class, of which 162 students represent freshmen and the balance is transfer students. Both transfer students and freshman applicant pools, we experienced a 15% increase, the highest number of applicants in both pools for the ILR school. With the economic climate that students are experiencing and their parents are concerned about, the attractiveness of the ILR program is coming into play as students have multiple options with the degree.
It's been a great year to be in ILR. We've had students serve on the Board of Trustees as well as president of our Student Assembly, Senior Class Campaign, and Fraternity Council, along with having the two co-captains of our hockey team, which recently led the Big Red to a huge 5-1 victory in front of a sold-out crowd in Madison Square Garden. Off campus, we've had students serve as leaders in the largest student labor alliance in the country, as well as on the board of international NGOs fighting for labor change, and leading our debate team to a first-place ranking in the world this year.
There was about 15 or more people who went over to the Global Service Learning Project in India, and I was very fortunate enough to be sponsored by the Employment and Disability Institute, and I had the chance to do a project in Hyderabad, India, which is in the state of Andhra Pradesh. In that project, I was able to work with a government entity called the Society of Elimination of Rural Poverty, and my partner and I worked on several projects, but our main project that we worked on was creating a filing process for people with disabilities to file for an accommodation. It really impacted my life in that, number one, it made me realize how fortunate I was to be in the United States, the opportunities not only as a woman, but my education, and it was very humbling. But more importantly, I think it really described how versatile the ILR curriculum is, and in that, despite the cultural differences, I was still able to implement the skill sets and all the knowledge that I took from my ILR degree and place it into a cultural context that was still relevant.
ILR had another great year. As part of the Cornell efforts at faculty renewal, we hired 2 more faculty, Elena Belagolovsky, who works on compensation issues, and Emily Zytek, who works in the area of organizational behavior. They've added to the breadth and strength that our world-class faculty has. That faculty continued to write a lot of publications, academic journal articles, but also articles in the popular press. We even had some great editorials by our faculty in the front page of the New York Times, and we also published a number of books on pay, on international issues, and other pressing issues. Our institutes are going strong. The Scheinman Institute proudly celebrated its 5th year, and there we noted that we've already exceeded our long-term, most elaborate goals for the Institute, although we're continuing to expand. We have a faculty search going on this year looking for a new faculty member who would come jointly appointed in the law school and ILR working in conflict resolution. We also launched a new Worker Institute this fall with a great event in New York City. We have an academic director, Lowell Turner, who's leading that initiative, and Mark Baird serving as the executive director, and a lot of new things happening in the labor area, not just about unions, but also about worker rights and new forms of collective representation.
When I look back on 2012, I think the ILR school has had an amazing year. We raised more money in new gifts and commitments than we ever had before. We had over 500 people attend the GROWT event in the spring. Our ILR Alumni Association memberships are way up. We broke $1 million in our annual fund. We created a new magazine, ILR Advance, to go to all alumni and friends of the school. And we named a new building in honor of the King Shaw family, thanks to their incredible generosity. I'm really looking forward to 2013.
The world needs leaders, and this school develops leaders. The world is full of conflict, and this school helps people learn how to resolve conflict. The world is concerned about jobs and workers' rights and social justice, and this school addresses jobs and workers' rights and social justice. The world needs entrepreneurs. And this school produces entrepreneurs. And the world needs those things now, not yesterday, not 20 years from now, not 40 years from now. The world needs those things now, and ILR School is doing those things now.
I want to finish by just thanking all of you, thanking our faculty, our staff, our alumni, our students. You're what makes ILR great, and I want to wish you all a happy and healthy new year. Thanks again.